Now, Senator Natasha acti0n has a message for the clerk of the National Assembly. You guys can remember that a few days ago, she wrote a letter to the National Assembly reminding them that her suspension has expired and that she'll be resuming office on Monday. So when the clerk of the National Assembly replied her message, they told her that she's not going to be resuming office soon until the National Assembly review the suspension and now send her another letter telling her when she will resume because the case is still in court according to the letter they wrote to her. Now she has to reply to the National Assembly clerk through his lawyer. According to the information, Counsel to Senator Natasha acti0n, PDP Kogi State Central, Michael Jonathan Numa, son, has written to the clerk to the National Assembly, CNA, demanding that the senator be allowed to resume for legislative duties following the expiration of her suspension. In a letter dated September 10th, Numa stated that if Senator acti0n is not recalled by Monday, September 15th, 2025, his client will initiate legal proceeding against the clerk, both in his office and personal capacity. According to him, the senator's right to resume after completing her 6-month suspension is guaranteed by the Constitution and cannot be curtailed by administrative interpretation. Our client's right to resume her parliamentary duties after the expiration of her 5th term suspension is rooted in Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended and cannot be abridged by administrative fiat or internal Senate process. The letter read, Numa forwarded the clerk September 4th letter which had stated that Senator acti0n could not resume pending the outcome of litigation. He argued that this amounted to a misapplication of the sub judice rule and was inconsistent with judicial pronouncements already made on the matter. He further maintained that the suspension, which began on March 6, 2025, expired on September 6, 2025, and that any continual restriction against the senator was unlawful. The lawyer therefore demanded that the clerk immediately facilitate Senator Natasha resumption of her legislative duties without further obstruction. Failure to comply, he warned, would result in legal action including contempt proceeding and other remedies provided by the law. Senator Natasha was suspended in March 2025 for 6 months following a resolution of the Senate. During this period, her salary, benefits, and access to the National Assembly were withdrawn. Now, this particular issue, I don't really know if they want to make it personal because I don't understand how, according to them, they suspended her in March and the 6 months has expired, according to the letter Senator Natasha wrote to them. And they're still telling her that she will not resume office. That the case is still in court because they appealed. And they forgot that when the first court they are talking about that they appealed, gave judgment and asked them to reinstate her, they failed to reinstate her. Now they want these people now to obey to not just stay until the court they have appealed will now give their own judgment before they will even think of reinstating her, allowing her to resume. But the thing is that I think this particular issue is just becoming personal. Not just that that particular issue that started that is not becoming personal between her and the person that she had issue with. You get the point? But they should remember that the thing they are doing now is not just against the Senator Natasha. They should remember that they are now depriving the people of Kogi Central their rights at the National Assembly. Yes, they are now depriving the people of Kogi State Central their rights. Things that they're supposed to be getting for these 6 months. And as they are now extending it, that these people will not get it again. It's not about the senator herself now, it's about the people of Kogi Central. A whole Nigerians in that particular zone have not been they are not being deprived their rights because of personal issue. Yes, now it's not becoming obvious that they don't. It's as if they don't even want the woman to resume office again. And if time is not taken, this woman will not resume office till 2027. That's the country we find ourselves. That's the country we find ourselves. Just keep watching and see how the thing gonna unfold on Monday. So let's see whether they will allow her or they will proceed with the legal action. You get the point? Just drop your comments at the comment section on what you think about all this thing happening in our Senate, in our country, under the leadership of Senate President Godswill Akpabio. I remain my humble self, the acti0n. All we call for in this country is peace and love, progress. Let the country work for everyone. According to PPTOB, say a new Nigeria is possible. One love.